Sooner or later, the humans are going to find us up here. And when they do, because they are humans, their first course of action will be to try to destroy us.
Returning to the superhero genre, you've been away from it for a little while.
Yeah.
From Misfits to this.
Yeah, it's a very different type of superhero genre, yeah. But I think what's interesting about the Inhumans is they're not really superheroes. Although they have powers, they're not sort of set out to sort of fight villains and save humanity. They're actually trying to hide from humanity, so it's kind of a different twist on the genre.
Well, so in that case then, how does it fit into the MCU? Because they are, or the rest of the superheroes who we know are trying to save humanity and things like that. So where does this kind of fit in? It's
kind of in its own little box, really. It kind of, there are references in things like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to these new humans, which are some of the humans that were the Inhumans that left behind, that stayed behind when the Inhumans went up to live on the moon, as they do in the city of Atalan. And but you don't need to know anything. So this is like a brand new thing. You don't need to know anything about any of that kind of stuff. This is just Inhumans.
Inhumans on its own.
Marvel's
brand new
Inhumans.
Thing. That's the thing, though. Like, there are so many of these shows and Marvel shows, and I started trying to keep up with all of them. I started off watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that, but there's just so much to get your head around. What are you like with keeping on top of all of this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few of them, but yeah, I mean, there are so many, you're right, yeah, but it says a lot about the great work that sort of Marvel are doing, and I think what's different about this one as well is that because we're doing this amazing IMAX release, and it's first time anyone's ever done it. It's the first two episodes amalgamated into one sort of chapter, and it's like an event, which will play in IMAX screens, and you get to see it on a massive screen, and then you get to watch the series on television later, and the first two episodes will be played again, but with additional material that aren't in the IMAX release. So yeah, it's a completely new thing. So I guess it's a really exciting thing to be a part of.
Have you watched it yet in IMAX yourself?
I have, yeah.
Because I don't know how I'd feel about seeing myself in IMAX on that big a screen, that high definition. What's it like when you're watching yourself?
It's not the most pleasurable experience I've ever had. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, but I hate watching myself anyway, but I do it in order to try and improve, and it's kind of difficult, but it's good. It's good for me to, I'm trying to learn to be a better actor.
Absolutely, always learning. Like you say, they go and live on the moon.
Yes.
How do you decide what a moon accent will sound like? Because I don't know anyone from the moon.
Yeah. Well, for this in particular, I was sort of wondering. Well, they pretty much said, what are you thinking accent-wise? And I just thought. And they were like, well, you could do it on your own if you want. But, excuse me.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry. Well, I'm not. It's the other opposite. Anyway, digesting. Sorry, yeah. So they asked me whether, they just said, you could do it in your own accent.
Okay.
But I thought that might be a bit weird, having just one random Welsh guy living on the moon. We just sort of, that term mid-Atlantic, which I'm not really sure what it means, but I think it's sort of half American, half British accent.
You can get away with being anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of, I went for that. I didn't really go for like a full-on American accent. I didn't worry about it too much. I just sort of changed a lot of the vowel sounds, but that was, not the vowels, the consonant sounds, but that was because the rest of the cast are American, so I didn't want it to stick out, so I just wanted to sort of blend in with them a bit more and not seem like... But, essentially, I made up a moon accent.
Great. And people will learn from you now.
Yeah, now everyone knows how people on the moon sound. Yeah.
I hope that they sound like that when we find them. Let's see if they're out there. I love Lockjaw. Adorable. But where does he come from? Because obviously everyone else has been exposed to Terrigen.
Yeah.
Was he a normal dog that was exposed to it? I don't know where he came from.
I don't know the answer to that question.
You should have all the answers.
I did think he was a dog that had been exposed to the Terrigen crystal, but apparently not.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Fine.
You'll have to ask someone who knows a lot more about Lockjaw than me.
Okay, deal. If you could then have a massive dog accompanying you like that, what breed would you choose?
Oh.
Because I'm going British Bulldog.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'd like a massive Border Collie.
Oh.
Yeah, so I could like jump on it and ride the border collie through the fields, you know.
Like in the Never-Ending Story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like that.
Fair enough. And are there, because this is one of the great things, obviously, we get about with superhero type films and shows. Are there any Easter eggs that we should be looking out for?
Easter eggs?
Yes.
Whoa, well, I think in these type of shows, there's always something kicking around that you need to...
Do you guys get told them?
Not really, but you kind of have to, you can sort of start working them out.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you're going to have to, I think there's some pretty good ones, yeah. But I'm going to leave it there. There are Marvel snipers everywhere.
I'm terrible at spotting them. Never mind. Obviously, you don't have a power in this. You are a regular human.
Yeah, just a regular human.
But if you could steal one of the other's powers, whose would you choose?
I'd have lockjaws, I think. Yeah,
Oh, teleportation. I thought being a dog.
No, I wouldn't. No. Yeah, I'd like to be able to teleport. Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be very useful.
And obviously, everyone knows you from Game of Thrones. I went to see this with a friend who is fully up to date with Game of Thrones. I am not. I'm on season 2.
Right.
I'm way behind everyone. But he had a question that was basically if you had anything in your contract with working with massive dogs after Game of Thrones, because I don't know what that means, because I'm not there yet. But can you explain?
It's a coincidence that they just keep putting me in shows with dogs. I mean, they're so insensitive, especially this new one. No, it's a massive coincidence.
Okay, just I don't know what it means. Like I said,
you'll find out.
I'll find out. I'm sure. I've been told. Good luck with the show.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.